Miss Jocelyn Serpas, and the artist I've chosen for my presentation is Anna Mendieta. Ana Mendieta was born in November 18, 1948 in Havana, Cuba. She studied at the University of Iowa where she received a BA in arts in 1969 and a MA in painting in 1972. And she also received her master's in fine arts in intermediate media in 1977. She lived and worked primarily in Iowa and New York City, and she also spent time in Cuba, Mexico, and Rome. Ana Mendieta receives her inspiration from her artwork by her personal experience of displacement and exile from Cuba. She also uses Afro-Cuban and indigenous spiritual traditions such as the spiritual practice of Santeria, which honors nature and the spirits within it. Her work often explores themes of life, death, and rebirth, and she uses a variety of nature materials like blood, earth, and flowers to create art that was both personal and universal. Anna's Mendieta's goal in her art was to explore and express the deep connections between the body, nature, identity, and spirituality, especially as a woman and a Cuban exile. Her art was not just about creating objects, but about healing, belonging, and transforming. In her Silueta series, which translates to silhouette series, is one of her most famous bodies of work. This series of artwork, she uses her own outline to explore themes of identity, feminism, belonging, exile, and connection to nature. In her words, she says her body becomes one with nature and nature becomes one with her body. The Nile-born piece is an image of a female form outline that is emerging from mud or sand that is evoking birth and rebirth, which symbolizes life, fertility, and creation in ancient Egyptian culture. This artwork demonstrates the female body as a creative and natural force and the body of the earth itself. And then Mendieta tends to use materials from nature to portray her art. She uses methods like photography, sculpture, performative art, and film to grasp her art. She uses a wide variety of materials of nature such as mud, sand, leaves, grass, flowers, rocks, and stones. She also uses the four elements of nature such as earth, fire, water, and air throughout her art. And she also uses body related materials. She uses her own body outline, human blood, and animal blood. Her choice of materials have deeply symbolic. They each carry meaning tied to life, death, femininity, spirituality, and connection to nature.
The first notable exhibition of hers is Rastro Corpoles, the body tracks. Mendieta covers her hands and forearms in animal blood and then presses and drags them down a white wall, which ends up leaving red streaks that look like handprints being smeared on the wall. The blood marks mean violence and ritual, which connects to feminist themes of woman's body and suffering. The second notable exhibition of Anna Mendieta is the Tree of Life. She covers her nude body in mud and grass that allows her to blend with the tree trunk. Her body merges with the bark of the tree, which represents the interconnections of the female body, nature, and spirituality identity through a metaphor of a tree. It demonstrates themes of exile from her native of Cuba, the connection of ancestral roots and the earth and rebirth. The lens of her artwork is feminist and natural connection. She uses her own body to express power and vulnerability to demonstrate connections to the earth. In the Silhouette series, she uses her own body outline into natural landscapes, which asserts female presence in space, historical demonstrated by male artists. Ana Mendieta's artwork shows relevance to contemporary issues because her artwork speaks of ongoing discussions of feminism, ecology, migration, spirituality, and social justice, which continues to shape today's social and artistic landscape. She uses her own body in natural landscape to show women's experience, empowerment, and violence to connections of feminism. My personal connection towards Ana Mendieta's work is that I'm a psych major, and similar to her, I've also moved out of my native country at a very young age, and I enjoy that she maintained her cultural roots among her artwork when she moved out of Cuba. Mendieta explores the lens of the body and landscapes and identity of belonging, which I feel drawn to this lens because I feel that one's body is connected to the earth. I feel as such that one can find one's identity or sense of belonging through earth's resources. The lens of feminist is shown through her work by she only uses her own body as an outline, shows the essence of a woman through nature, such as flowers, which symbolizes beauty and peace, fire, which symbolizes strength and woman empowerment. Lastly, I have 2 questions. The first question is, how does Ana Mendieta's usage of her own body in natural landscape changes the way we think of identity and belonging? The second question is, can Ana Mendieta's use of natural elements in her art inspire new ways to address identity of culture? Lastly, these are the sources that I've used throughout the presentation.